Well, the names have changed, but the story is the same.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another episode on TechnoBroSA, and in today's video we're going to discuss about the 4 companies that are being scrutinized with antitrust law and yesterday's hearing in the US Congress where these 4 CEOs of Google, Apple, Amazon and Facebook were present virtually through Cisco Webex. The following CEOs are Sundar Pichai, Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos. So without any further ado, let's jump into the topic. But before starting the video,
subscribe to TechnoBroSA and do not forget that bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a video.
So among these 4 CEOs, Jeff Bezos was a newcomer and Mark Zuckerberg was the most experienced for this type of hearings because he has been scrutinized before also due to Facebook's privacy policy and interaction in 2016's election. But Mark Zuckerberg was the youngest among them. So what was the hearing about? The hearing was about the antitrust law that was made a century ago to split up Standard Oil and Carnegie Steel, co-founded by John D. Rockefeller and Andrew Carnegie. As you have heard of them, they had the monopoly business in oil and steel industry and they erased off the competition.
When these laws were written, the monopolists were men named Rockefeller and Carnegie. Their control of the marketplace allowed them to do whatever it took to crush independent businesses and expand their own power.
So the US government made this antitrust law to counter them and break them apart so that there is competition still in the market. The same was implemented in the digital age.
We need to ensure the antitrust laws first written more than a century ago work in the digital age.
With the 4 tech giants or the 4 most valuable company out of the 5 in the US and in the world. So they were called in a virtual meeting and they had to present their own ideas to defend their company from breaking apart and being prey to the antitrust law. So Google was the most among them to be scrutinized by the US lawmakers, and this US lawmakers committee was headed by Chairman Mac Silicki, who has scrutinized all of the companies of dominating and erasing of their competition. In Google's case, it was that it handled 90% of the search traffic, and with its own wishes it could have diverted their search traffic in their own way, and with 2.5 billion people using Google every month, they took their privacy data and targeted these people with different types of ad, as Google is the biggest advertising company in US. Then what was the matter with Facebook? Facebook's matter was that it dominated the social media world, as said by the Instagram co-founder, who was pressurized by Mark Zuckerberg to sell Instagram to Facebook. As Facebook was developing Facebook Cam to counteract with Instagram, then they bought Instagram wholly, and he pressurized the co-founder of Instagram. He told that Mark Zuckerberg forced him to sell Instagram to Facebook. Then what about Apple? Apple was scrutinized for their App Store.
And we've heard concerns that rules governing the App Store review process are not available to the app developers.
Because in the App Store, Apple controlled over more than 90 million iPhone users what app they want to use and what app they have to use. So Apple took control of the App Store fully, and it stopped many developers from uploading their own app by charging 30% of the money earned by selling those apps to the iPhone users. So Tim Cook was scrutinized by this, though Tim Cook defended by telling that due to Apple's main priority as privacy and user comfort, they had to do this to counteract with those privacy breaches and user comfortability. And what was Jeff Bezos or Amazon scrutinized for? Jeff Bezos and Amazon was scrutinized for controlling the whole online retail market with their own introduction of the Prime Air that Amazon is introducing, and it wants to cut off the competition from UPS and FedEx. And Amazon had more bad practices as it bought all the competitions that it had, like other retail shop or other online retails. And even it has a bad practice that if someone or some retailer is selling through Amazon, it collects the data of those retailers and they get to know from where they're manufacturing those products and how they're delivering. Then they take over them and stop their sellings, and they make their own retail with the Amazon basic products. And even a bookseller on Amazon complained to the US lawmakers that on Amazon his book or her book was the highest sold book in the US. But within 2 years Amazon stopped selling their book, and in the past 10 or more months they couldn't sell one of the book, and even Amazon didn't tell what reason reason they stopped it from selling their books. For that, they complained to the US lawmakers that it is cutting off the competition by making their own ebook on the Amazon Kindle. So with that, the chairman of the committee told that this antitrust law was viable on Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller when they dominated the market. Will this be samely applicable on these 4 tech giants who are dominating the market now, and they want to kill off the competition by dominating and purchasing all the competition? But these 4 CEOs have defended against this. So the next hearing will be in the next week, where they will come to a conclusion whether steps should be taken against them or whether they should be let free and they can continue to do whatever they are doing. So with that said, I want to end this video. So signing off for now. Bye.